Tonight, protesters marching in several cities hours following the full acquittal of Kyle Rittenhouse.
These are live pictures from Kenosha, Wisconsin, where a small group of people right now are gathered at the courthouse demonstrating. It's been largely peaceful. Demonstrations also taking place in Brooklyn, New York, and Chicago. So far, all of the protests have been peaceful tonight. The jury came back with a decision after about 3.5 days of deliberations. The 18-year-old Rittenhouse broke into tears and fell to the floor immediately following the verdict, hugging his attorney in relief. Rittenhouse had been charged with murder, attempted murder, and reckless endangerment.
He shot 3 people, killing 2 of them during protests that turned violent in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year.
Protesters say he was a vigilante, but his defense attorneys say that he acted in self-defense.
He wants to get on with his life. He has a huge sense of relief.
We're not satisfied, and not that civil rights or social justice rested on this conviction, but these jurors saw a different America than we see every day.
500 National Guard troops remain on standby tonight in Wisconsin, trying to figure out if this thing will spin out of control, but so far there has not been any violence. That case sparked a nationwide debate over gun rights and self-defense. And tonight we're getting local reaction to the acquittal. Fox 10's Irene Snyder joins us live now with more. Irene, this has been such a powder keg, and now we have a verdict, and so far it's been peaceful tonight.
Well, John, absolutely. Thankfully, things have been peaceful so far here in the Valley, as well as you mentioned, is across the country. Now, here locally, we spoke with a local attorney as well as with an activist, a defense attorney, and a local activist to get their takes on the much debated case. Now, the main difference between their 2 different perspectives is whether or not they believe that he was using self-defense.
Kyle H. Rittenhouse, not guilty.
This verdict today in the case of Kyle H. Rittenhouse, a teenager who killed 2 protesters and injured another in Wisconsin, sparking much debate nationwide and here in Arizona.
I hid behind the law in order to escape accountability, and we've seen that throughout history in the United States of America.
Jacob Rayford with the We Rising Project, an organization against police brutality, says the verdict today is another example of white vigilantism.
You saw someone cross state lines in order to antagonize violence, and these are people who are looking to advocate for black lives, people who are tired of police brutality affecting their neighbors.
Kyle Rittenhouse protected himself, protected his firearm so it couldn't be taken.
Rittenhouse's attorneys arguing that he was acting in self-defense, and a Valley-based lawyer agrees.
This was an inevitable verdict in this case. This was a classic case of self-defense, and so it's not really surprising to law-trained people that understand self-defense, because he was never the aggressor. He was always retreating. He was running away from people until he was tackled. And then when he got tackled and was being hit with a skateboard, then he fired.
And as for the leaders, the activists that we spoke with the We Rising group, they say they want people from across the Valley to come together, and across the country really, to come together and be able to come up with constructive solutions to combat brutality. Reporting live tonight in Phoenix, I'm Irene Snyder for Fox 10 News.